The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Damn, you're a pain in the behind.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While choking on swamp weed?
Sounds like a problem.
Prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Didn't expect that to get any of them. I just wanted to push them back. But I am not complaining. Oops. I knew I heard one of these. This time I just gotta power through.
That's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower, pincushion, mind you. At first he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
So then this one is for Zia and her little challenge mode backstory. Once again, I highly suggest you do these if you play the game. Well worth it, and it really expands on the characters and just opens up the game that much further.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf. Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Reduce damage from falling, more black tonics, and survive an attack that would bring defeat. Well, let's see. And I can do that one later.
You don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time.
Let's see if there's any more. There isn't. And I hardly have enough money to buy anything else anyway. That's okay.
The shards are getting harder to find. Not everything blew up in the calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. Best to keep out of the
Damn it.
cauldron.
Oh, come on. Shit.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this.
I don't remember if there's a
As for us,
upgrade.
we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
If there's a upgrade for getting rid of the knockback on that, but it'd be really helpful.
That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
That and everything made out of plant material. Burnt up as quick as this place did.
Playing
So yeah,
with
this-
Cauldron's fires became an addiction. Can't fault our people for their natural curiosity, man, can you?
The fire is, at least I've noticed, that it's especially effective on the flowers. Well, anything that's like plant-like, because even some of them like these, that when they pull their petals up to protect themselves, you can still burn them down. Which normally, with most weapons, you can't do damage. So, so that's an advantage. But it's not really a great weapon until you upgrade it a bit. But I definitely would give this one a try, because it may be a lot better than I think, because I've just never really
Sure, we
tested it too
good
much.
many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. Taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Taste of air. I wasn't reading, I thought it said hair. Okay. I was waiting for that to give me another shot. Ow.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot.
Like, watch. Yeah, see, notice when it was up, you still could hurt it. So it really does have its advantages.
Can't eat 'em.
And there's no reload on it, and it's still range. That's a really big one, actually. Well, it says reloading, but there's no, like, active reload, it's all passive.
Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on.
So did they.
After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it.
It's
As
pretty
for the kid,
profound.
he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Jocelyn Bog. Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path.
So much stuff coming at me all at once. Oh, forget it.
Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side.
Holy shit, you should be dead.
Well, it ain't polite to stare. Where there's one stink eye, there's always more.
I like how even though it's not really said with a funny tone, there's still humor in some of what he says.
The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city, but all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
I'm not going about the same plan as I normally do, so I'm kind of having to think about these things.
Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight.
Wait. Crit hit chance, crit hit damage. Nah, I'll stick with faster reload.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zand. Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot.
Oh man. It's like as if these guys weren't hard enough, because they don't even have to land on you
The
to
beasts of Mount
fuck
Zand go all out.
fucking do damage. Where? Okay.
Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers.
Also, good thing each of them's dropping a
We
health
only
point.
found that little layer because they found themselves a little shard. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
Damn it.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
What the hell? That was a cheap trick. Hit a pincushion in the bush.
There's only one kind of mercy left these days.
See, now this one's has a really good area attack, but of course, aiming it up takes a little bit. I don't know actually if there's a power shot. Oh, there is! Oh, I gotta do it once. Cool. I don't think I ever knew about that. So
Look
this
at it
one's
this
pretty
way.
cool.
It's either them or us. But if we win,
That's-
they win too. Our bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours.
This one's really good if you are up against enemies that give you the time to pull off an attack.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
Crap. Yeah, I made it most of the way.
They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have.
The only disadvantage with the power shot on this is distance.
They've been
So
searching
you'll
for
have to
cores
know
and shards, just like we have.
exactly how far away you need to be. Which will take a skill set of its own, but I think would be really effective if you can make it work for you.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
Go away. Go away.
We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
Oh, God. Holy crap. That's what I was waiting for, is to set off a chain reaction of... Sometimes it tries to aim for you, like it's really
You don't need to
friggin'
keep
annoying.
tangling with all those things.
You actually can skip these guys. Because notice how the skyway's open? But I've never killed them on my first time through, so I kind of want to try. Ah, shit. Oh, well, there goes one, which means the other one's got to be kind of low. Yeah, okay, I got a plan for this.
That's the way.
Well, wasn't all that hard at all, except for the fact that I did
He's
die.
done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
If I hadn't been given that, or taken that one spirit that allowed me to
We'll
get an
all be
extra
better off once the Bastion is complete.
chance to continue, then I wouldn't have made that.
The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Sadly, we're gonna keep sticking with that one for now. Take a quick look. Right. Can't forget to do stuff like this. Okay. No, not gonna bother. Okay, on to the next one.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
Sorry, I don't know what I was going over there for.
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Zealandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes a Burstone Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity.
Oh,
Same goes
God.
towards natives, rattletails.
These guys are annoying.
Why would the Ura
They're annoying?
put up with those pests?
They're annoying for the same reason those like lung guys that we just fought are.
Rattletails
Because
ain't the
they
worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit.
it's that they shoot from
Quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. But there was even more to it than that. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things.
what was I saying? I can't even remember anymore. That's okay.
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
What he's getting at is actually quite important.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them.
Holy shit. I actually didn't think that was gonna work. I just kind of decided to try it for fun.
Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities.
See, now...
Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
That was part of the reason I wanted the knockback on the shotgun, was so that I can do what I've been doing to these rattletails and just knock them off the edge and not have to deal with them.
Now why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told him the quarry's bad news.
Oh. That one's a friend. It's okay.
On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine for their liking.
See, like, this would be a really good opportunity to use the mortar if you had it.
In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
I'm not sure where I'm
The
supposed to
smaller
take
ones,
it by.
we call them shards.
So the cores and the shards come from this quarry.
The shards got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
And they all give off power and such. Yeah.
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That
You can
honor
also
goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things
You also
stopped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Burstone Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. His big fat rump's plenty tough too.
You can also skip this guy because, as you can see, he's a huge fucking mongoose.
You never could get stubborn old monkey to leave the quarry alone.
Pain to kill, but that was the first time I actually
And the
managed
kid
to
hears a voice
knock him off.
calling from down the hall. Are you all right?
That sucks.
It says.
Ouch.
It's him. I've come to warn
Pretty sure
you,
you can skip
he
him.
says.
Sir Lunky, I mean.
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. If that's the way it is, he says, then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will. Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zulf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
If attacking the Bastion wasn't enough.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their hole. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away in this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help.
So all of these creatures of the wild we've befriended so far help in this fight. So that's why it's really, they're not